Hi Yasmin.
Hello.
Can you please introduce yourself to the camera?
So my name is Yasmin. My full name is Yasmin Mirza. I have some middle names in the middle, but I go by Yasmin Mirza. I'm 16 years old and I live in Bologna. And I am 12th grade in high school.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you 4 questions. So the first question is, do you have any vivid memories from early childhood? If so, what can you remember? For example, do you remember your first day at school in Indonesia?
Well, my first day of school isn't such a vivid memory, but one of my most vivid memories, or one of my early childhood memories that I really remember, is when I moved here from the west, from England. When I first moved to Singapore, actually, that was something that I can still remember quite vividly, even until now. And the transition from living in Singapore, it wasn't very long, but from living in Singapore and to moving here, that was something that I can still remember very clearly in my mind.
What's your happiest memory from childhood?
Well, my childhood is quite weird. There's not really many really happy memories because most of it was just like happy as a whole. But some of my favorite memories, or some of my favorite memories, are basically when my dad comes here. He when the, there was a transition between me moving from Singapore to here, and a lot of my stuff, or a lot of my prized possessions, were still in Singapore. And so my dad liked to bring stuff that I liked or that I really loved here, and that was some of the highlights of my childhood.
And the third question is, what are the best things about being a child for yourself?
Well, my experience with being a child is sort of mismatched because, as I said before, there was lots of changes, lots of things with moving schools and moving houses. But I think the best thing was just not really worrying about your future and what you have to do, and just living in the moment and not having to be responsible for anything.
And now the last question, what were your hobbies as a kid?
Well, my hobbies as a child were not obviously, but something very prominent in my childhood was reading and books, and that has stayed with me until now. Although it has diminished quite a lot because since I got a phone, reading suddenly it becomes not as important in your life. But when I was a child, reading was the only thing for me. It was my only hobby. It was what I would do all day long, and it was my favorite thing.
What is your favorite books in your childhood?
Some of my favorite books are the Harry Potter series. That's quite a popular series, so as you might expect, but it also has something of a difference with me because it is tied to a memory. Because I got my first Harry Potter book when I was in England. It was in 2010. It was a parting gift from my uncle when we moved to Singapore, and that really made the Harry Potter books a staple in my life.
What is your favorite part in Harry Potter's book?
Most of it for me has been about the fantasy and about escaping to another world. Sometimes when I talk to my parents about this, they tell me that you should really be thinking about trying to escape to another world and try to live in your own world, but I think that's what really draws me to it, is just the escapism and the feeling of not being in your own self and being able to experience what the characters in the books feel.
It's great to have a nice talk with you, and I hope your story will inspire everyone. And thank you for your time.